Warning, warning, it's the Wink attack. Warning, warning, it's the Wink attack.
Oh, that was the sound effect we had when Wink first came on board. This is Tim, this is your Giants Straight Talk, powered by Online Big Blue LLC. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. Sorry, wrong sport, right name. The Giants now have officially and mutually parted ways with Wink Martindale. The news dropped on the Giants website at 2:11 today. It's about time. The mutual agreement to part is just the best thing for both parties. Everyone just gets out of this toxic relationship. The drama is officially over. I'm just so glad that it's done. I'm so glad we don't have to talk about it anymore. I love the fact that you have a segment of the fan base that just believes that the Giants, whatever they did was right and everything what they did was Wink did was wrong because a beat writer who got the inside information from the Giants reported it. So, of course, it's true. And I love it because it's the same beat writer who reports other things and no one believes him. But he's also I'm not going to give the guy's name because he's also the major talking head for the Giants. And it was just turning into this bad, ugly situation. And I'm just glad that we reached a point where I hope the grown-ups got into the room and just said, hey, listen, you know what, this just isn't working out. You know, we heard the stories about how Wink basically called Daboll a mother effer after he had this conversation with Daboll in reference to Daboll firing some of his Wink staff members. You know, and it was interesting because some people pointed out this. If you were going to fire Wink staff members, why didn't you tell them before the 9 o'clock meeting? The 9 o'clock press conference. Why did you wait? Why did you wait to tell them in the end of the day? There was a little bit of gamesmanship, I think, by both Wink and both by Daboll. You know, and then it came out earlier today that the Giants still wanted to retain Wink Martindale. Okay, that they were holding off on their search until they could come up with someone else. That or what they could possibly do to keep Wink in the fold. All this is speculation. All this is conjecture. I really don't. You know, it's funny. I've been to the Giants offices a bunch of times, and I don't believe anything that comes out of that building. I really don't. I haven't believed anything that came out of that building in the last 10 years. I do believe that Wink was mad that his guys got canned. And I do believe he got mad that he felt that Daboll slighted him by going behind his back. I 100% think that there was animosity between Wink and Daboll. And I think that had been going on, I think, throughout most of the season. And I think you have two strong personalities clashing with each other. And it just kind of all boiled over and it just kind of reached ahead. And I think, you know, you had the rumors again by that reporter that Wink was trying to undermine the coaching staff. Okay. Like I said, this is the same guy that reports stuff and people are like, oh, I don't believe him. But if it's something they want to hear and they want something validated, he got it right. You just can't believe anything you hear anymore. You know, I do, like I said, what I can believe is there was an issue, there was a problem, there was some kind of animosity going on there. Right now, everyone's choice to come over to be the Giants' new defensive coordinator, I love it, is Antonio Pierce. And, of course, Antonio Pierce is still in the running for the job, for the Raiders position. So, I mean, that's something that you're going to have to wait and see. And, Patrick Graham was actually requested an interview for another defensive coordinator's position. He's a defense coordinator with the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Raiders actually denied the request because they want their head coach or the new head coach to be able to pick their staff and decide whether they want to retain Patrick Graham. So you're going to kind of have to wait on that as well. I'm not all fired up about Antonio Pierce. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. I mean, but he's a guy that was he was a defensive coordinator for one season over in college. And it was interesting because he was a co-defensive coordinator for, I think, a year or 2 years with Marvin Lewis, the former head coach. He resigned, of course, from Arizona State as there were some NCAA recruiting violations being investigated. So I do, like I said, it's a little weird. Then he was hired in 2022 as the head coach, and their linebackers coach under McDaniel. Then he became the interim head coach. So, I mean, it's not like He's had this great plethora of experience as a defensive coordinator. And do we really want to head down that boat again? Because we're in the same ship right now with Kafka. And now Kafka's going into year 3 and the offense still sucks. And I love it how everyone's blasting Wink for having the 27th ranked defense, but no one's talking about like the 32nd ranked offense. And your defense will look worse when they're on the field exponentially because the offense keeps having 3 and outs. Like I said, the Giants defense was so weird. They gave up fewer yards. The Giants offense at times would outgain these teams in these blowouts. They would outgain them, but it would still be 40-0, which is telling me, the Giants were playing a little bit in between the 20s and never getting into the end zone, or they were just getting all the yardage at the end of the game. But it's neither here nor there.
Warning, warning, it's the Wink attack. Warning, warning, it's the Wink attack.
The Wink attack sound effect has now been officially retired, along with King of the Almost Sack. We'll have a good video. We'll have a better video tomorrow on Thursday, I think it is, because I got a lot to talk about again. And again, this is Tim, this New York Giants Straight Talk, powered by Online Big Blue LLC. And you know what to do. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell because you want to know why. That'd be awesome.